Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Apex Investor Daily Update for Friday, July 23rd, 2021. Today's biggest loser today is REAX. They are down over 76% today, Canadian real estate company. And MITT is up 191% today. In terms of the trending stocks, I think the big winner here was Socket Mobile. Just let the screen load for you. So Socket Mobile not only was a big winner today, they also saw a lot of volume, unusual volume. This stock is spring loaded to really explode. I think support is $1 to $3. However, that's the extreme level. A more normal difficulty level and realistic level would be somewhere between $5 to $6. Um, this went up previously in February, mid February to 20, actually even 35, I think, went up a lot. And looking at the last, yeah, 5 to 6 is a pretty good safe entry point for the stock. Um, when it opened, or I should say when it closed yesterday, was at 581, and it almost doubled, so almost 100% increase. So that number, 43.97%, does not tell you the full picture. There was a huge sell-off uh, really quickly within the uh, first hour of trading. There was a lot of trading, a big sell-off from what is that, 1430, 1470 range, all the way down to $10, but it still held 44% gain. However, this is a good buy, $5 to $6 realistically, and then this could just double again. You could double your profits and just put your sell order for at least looking like $14, maybe even $12 for the next time it squeezes. So a very good stock. Socket is a good company. Fundamentally, they work in I believe, the EV sector. Uh, they have to do with making, what is that? Is it batteries? I'm not sure exactly, but they work in mobile. Okay, cordless data. I thought they worked with EV. I guess I was wrong, but they're a tech company. There's a lot of potential for this company, not just as a stock that tends to squeeze. So it's a pretty good stock. It does tend to go into hibernation for quite a while. It's just you can never know when it will take off. But if you buy between $1 to $3, or perhaps even a more realistic level of around $5 to as high as $6, you can expect this to squeeze again between 14 to 20, actually even as high as 35. So just depends how high you want to sell this at. You really have to estimate how high this can go. It's not an easy game. If you put your sell order for 35, then you missed it today. So you got to be a little realistic to say, okay, it's got to be somewhere between 35 to 14, or maybe even, uh, 14 looks like it was going to hit maybe even 20. Perhaps the shorting prevented it from taking off. I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to move on to DD. They are a big loser today, minus 21%. We're starting to see lower and lower levels of support. So again, it's not 3 months since they went public. So I would wait until at least September, October to get a full determination as to true levels of support and resistance. Okay, moving on to GameStop. Screens are loading pretty quickly. I'm happy about that. GameStop was trading between 173 to 181. Volume was paltry, about 1/6. And this seems to be on a downward trend, or actually just stable. AMC was trading between 34 to $38. Volume was about just less than half. And this is downward too, but somewhat stable. And then metamaterials, they're up 1.75%. They're trading between 335 to 361. So we're starting to see a little more stability in the price action. Uh, the true support, I believe, is around $3, 3.20. Um, and this will take off anytime soon, but most likely by August 10th and after that. And volume was 12 million, just over half the average. And there are news catalysts here. So Meta did appoint Darren Immels as vice president of business development ophthalmics. Okay, I'm gonna open Wall Street bets and metamaterials subreddits. So I'll wait for this to load, and I'll read you George Palikaris's Twitter. He did tweet today as well. So Mr. Immels joins from Google. He was there previously from 2016 to 2020. Um, he was very much involved in the vision areas as it relates to vision in Canada, and it was also from Google as well. So that is a pretty big acquisition. If anyone doubted the seriousness of this company, Metamaterials, and the competency of their employees, this pretty much debunks anyone saying that they're here just pump and dump or anything like that, or that it's a scam. I don't know why people would think that, but people are suspicious, and they speculate, and they don't do their homework, and that's what happens when you don't understand what you're getting into. When things remain unknown, you choose not to learn. So on this channel, we want to prove uh, the facts and reveal the truth about these investments in these companies. So George Palikaras tweeted today, "The sun is shining on this solar innovation, metamaterial films and coatings able to absorb sunlight with minimal heat loss, thinner and perfect for solar energy harvesting and conversion." So it's about to get even more powerful solar energy because of metamaterials. Very excited to welcome Darren Immels as our new VP Business Development. He joins us from Google, 30 years experience, and will lead metamaterials business vertical, which includes augmented reality applications. And there's a blog link below regarding the AR smart glasses. I think we'll open that and take a look. So, solving the challenges of fashionable functional AR smart glasses, AR Fusion. This is from someone responded to this tweet, said, "We were working on this PR earlier." It says, Bayfall, see how the new glasses work with its unique properties to record volume, holographic optical elements as specific wavelength filters. Okay, it sounds like Chinese to me, but basically this is some high tech, and and it works too. So I'll open this one in a new tab, and then we just have the Wall Street bets to look at and see what's trending there. And then we'll close with the metamaterial subreddit, and then we'll call it a day and a weekend. Meta R Fusion solving the so this was released today, this morning. Solving the challenges of fashionable functional AR smart glasses. You've seen it in movies. The hero, superhero, or cyborg views the world through a visor or smart glasses. Think Iron Man. The system super or Tony Stark. The system superimposes all kinds of useful, spatially aware information onto the surroundings, giving him or her critical guidance or even superpowers. Meanwhile, here in the real world, we must still look down at our smartphone screens. So basically, this makes heads up display real. That's what it's saying here. So that is AR smart glasses. Basically, it's a heads up display, right? That's like whatever you see in Iron Man, where he's looking through his visor and you can see all these this heads up display information using holographics. That's essentially what this is going to. This is what is being um offered here. So whether this will become real or not is a big question. It's one thing to say, it's another thing to nail it, to execute it. So we'll see, but that's very very promising. That could be world changing, especially when it comes to windshields and cars. You can have all that information on your windshield, hopefully not obstructing the driver's vision though. So that would be interesting as to where how that can be configured, and will there be a lawsuit if somebody gets into an accident because on the heads up display was blocking the pedestrian or whatever it is, they're obstructing their view. How do you do it in a way that it doesn't obstruct someone's view? Okay, so we're on Wall Street Bets now, and Memetron. Okay, it's a mod. Okay, Spy is trending. Um, I don't know about this. I'm going to stay away from that. Exactly, I'm staying away from them. Clover, yeah, Clover is getting closer to support levels. I think $7 and under support. Um, Baba, what's going on here? So Alibaba's trending apparently. Spy is trending. S Bucks is trending. Um, Robinhood, oh, just stay away from that. Give me a break. Robinhood, really? After what they did to us? Snap, it's like investing in your betrayer. Ford, Wish, obviously, Wish trends there. Just looking for metamaterials, body, spy. I'd like to do this offline, but CLNE, I should say. But it's kind of more exciting to see this in real time when you see metamaterials appear. Snap, so Snapchat, Warner Brothers, or T. I don't know what T is. Is that Time Warner? Palantir, DD. Oh, DD is the DD for all these companies there. Okay, so I don't see metamaterials. Kraft Heinz, KHC. Okay, it's a good company, like in terms of stability. All right, so I don't see Tesla. Okay, I don't see metamaterials. I'm going to close this down. ATVI. All right, yeah. So I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so metamaterials. Let's let that load. The as best I can gather guy has some notes for you. Okay, let's take a look at that. So George hired Darren Emmels, as we said earlier. Do your own DD. Yep, good point. It's important. Darren was with Google working on AR glasses, aka Google goggles. Oh my goodness, that's hard to say. Meta appoints Darren Emmels as vice president of business development ophthalmics. MMAT Ortex data. Those recently reported failure to delivers need to be covered holding. And I think some people are saying it was today they had to cover. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see a big reversal next week. But I think August 10th is really where we're going to see the tide turn. Come back around December. Yeah, no, I totally agree. The end of December and January, and then into the future. Cup and handle. Yeah, I don't really look at. I don't consider those algorithms and those kind of formulas, so I just poo-poo that away. I just dismiss it. Um, was I the only clueless one to not know why he bled so much? Yeah, bleeding has been expected. It's the growing pains. It's the process. It's the everything needs to be signed and dotted, and nothing can be neglected. Otherwise, there's going to be serious ramifications, consequences if they don't do everything by the book. Okay, so it looks like there's nothing really big in terms of news catalysts or people's opinions here. Besides what I already reported earlier. So I'm going to just read those two tabs, and I'll probably watch that video. I think next week. It's quite lengthy, but I'm going to take some notes and then give you the Reader's Digest version. Most likely next week, I think. All right. So the As Best as I Can Gather guy. All right, I'm the accountant who posted the series of As Best as I Can Gather posts. Been lurking 30 days, studying the ticker. This has not been fun. I'm down almost 60%. Yeah, a lot of us are down. I'm holding. Yeah, Meta is gearing itself up for something. It will be evident in the balance sheet. Um, you leave trails that someone like me can identify to say they're hiding X, Y, or Z. First few earnings reports generally given a great clue as to the future plans. For those unfamiliar with my other posts, I'm a financial accountant. So my promise, I'm going to do something I've never done before, except for myself. When Meta releases their earnings, I'm going to do a deep DD into their balance sheet. I already looked at their balance sheet, and compared to last year, their worth uh, almost doubled, I think, or it definitely multiplied, at least double. So we're going to see a lot of good things, probably even next year, might double again. I don't know. We'll see. But it's steadily increasing and they're not in debt. So that is a huge key factor into this company. And if you're investing in a company that is heavily in debt, that's probably not a good idea. I mean, it is risky, but anyhow, Meta Ortex data. So I haven't seen price action like this since GameStop blew up. Shorts are going all out and prices are gyrating with call prices. That's a great post. They better hurry up. The new VP news might give them something to think about. Regarding failure to deliver, check the latest from the DTCC about the tactic they use to hide most of them, called S Securities Financing Transaction Clearing Service, or SFT. Its purpose is to make central clearing available to NSCC for equity securities. They move the iceberg of failed to deliver shares back and forth every night in order to reset the timer on them. Sometimes a few of them overflow and show up as public FTDs like these. Okay, someone says it's fake. Thank you for sharing that chart and data. Very informative. What happened to short interest? Wasn't it over 70%? Short volume or short interest? Regardless, the short interest has dropped since Meta peaked when shorts take profits. Been watching this too. Newegg had a pile of FTDs when they merged. They needed to cover. No idea if this will follow the same pattern. If it does, the second week of August will be interesting. That's pretty much what I've been saying, August 10th and afterwards. I don't see on the charts where they covered. Yeah, I don't I don't perceive they covered at all. I think they're just digging themselves in a deeper hole. So let's make this the thumbnail. So this is I'm going to try to interpret this data. I'm not very good at doing so, but let's see. What does it say? I'm more of the technical analysis guy, but not okay. What is this even saying? Ortex short interest in securities lending data for metamaterials. So there's this big spike. I'm not sure what this orange line is. Okay, it's hard for me to even see what this is because it's such a tiny font here. But I guess according to here, we see a spike. Oh, I see what this is. Okay, so this is the price of metamaterials right there, this line with the red and green. And as the price dropped, we can see a large amount of an increase, and that looks like the short interest. Yeah, that's the short interest that increased. So it is being shorted and not in a small way. Very, very big. It's a lot of short interest going on there. Okay, so I think what we'll call this video today is this the next GameStop? Pretty much, because this is what it is brewing. We see a storm brewing, and this is looking like the next GameStop or AMC. So this is if you were in the AMC GameStop short squeeze that happened earlier last month, I should say, this might be the next one. So thank you all for your support, for the like, subscribes, and views. Appreciate it very much. I was just thinking to myself before I recorded this video. I'm going, would I watch this channel if I wasn't doing it? I'd probably say yes, only because I'm too lazy to do all these things myself. So maybe there's just people uh, looking at this in a way, kind of from a third person kind of perspective. So not doing that themselves, but pretty much they trust what I'm looking at because I'm going to all these sites that are I'm not manipulating any of these websites. I'm going to them in real time for the most part, and so I'm just looking at this from my perspective. I do this every day, and might as well just do a video on it because if I value it, maybe other people do as well, since I've invested pretty much all my portfolio into this stock. So that's all I have for you today. Have a great weekend, everybody, and God bless you. God bless your investments. And thank you again. See you on Monday.